Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly call where we discuss everything that is importance of changing our life and how to make your life a better place for you and your family, especially as a mom who is constantly busy and he's constantly running around everyone's needs and how to find time space for your needs as well. So today I want to focus on a topic about where to put our focus and why it's important. Most of us have a big to-do list, and this to-do list can be filled with small things, it can be filled with huge things, and every one of us has this big list. And we daily do some things in order to check the boxes out of the list. And some days we will feel like really nothing big was crossed off from that list, and we can feel defeated. We can feel like we have not accomplished anything and we failed. Sometimes we can accomplish some few big things and feel amazing and feel inspired to do more and put even more on our schedule. I want to talk about three important things about how to maintain your energy and how to still progress. So, what do I mean by that? First of all, we need to set a focus for our week. Like, imagine if your mind is constantly racing in between, like, oh, I need to do laundry, I need to prepare lunch, I need to read a book, I need to exercise, I need that, I need that. We cannot pay attention to what needs to be done in order to cross that off just because our attention is spread so widely. So when we set focus points for particular day, for particular week, for particular month, we can start progressing because we know exactly what to do, exactly where to put our attention on, and exactly what accomplish and what steps need to be taken. So, setting a focus of three things for your day, three things for your week, and three things for your month can make a huge progress in terms of starting doing action steps and not spreading just your attention among everything around you. Why it's important? First of all, when you set focus, as I already said, you know what to do. But most importantly, your brain starts thinking about, okay, how I can bring it into the life. What exactly I need to pay attention to. Because our brain automatically filters out a lot of things from our life and we do not even notice them. But the moment our brain consider it as of importance for us, it starts paying our attention to those things, and you start seeing opportunities, start seeing things that can help you. You start meeting people and hear the conversation that are in relevance for your decision and for what you want to accomplish. That's why when we set focus, it's not only help us to leave the rest out of our schedule and do the steps in order to achieve those goals, but also it helps us to pay attention to those opportunities. So it works from both sides in our favor. The second thing about setting focus is that we see the progress and we start building confidence around that we are able to achieve those goals. And yes, for some, those goals can be big, like, I don't know, create a business, write a book, make a painting, I don't know, something big that requires a lot of times. For some, it can be, I just want to focus this week to make my home tidy, or to make sure that this week I'm focusing on preparing more nutritious meals. Like, do not feel defeated only if you do not have some grandiose goal. Every goal is relevant, every goal is legit. So just make sure that it's your focus. Because if you have, oh, I want to make my house tidy, I want to feel nutritious, I want to that, I want that, it becomes overwhelming. And once you set your focus and accomplish this, then you see the progress and you start feeling more confident and more empowered by your action steps and by seeing results. And sometimes we can feel like, oh, but that's also important for me. What if I focus on this? It means like I'm neglecting the other goals and my desires. But no, because each day you set a new focus. Each week you set a new focus. Each month you set a new focus. Like, look around, it's already October. We left few months and this year will be over. How much of a goals from your to-do list you accomplished? And what if you were from the day one focused on accomplishing certain things? How much more you will be fulfilled, how much more accomplished goals you would have to this day. So do not be afraid of setting focus. Do not be afraid, like, do not have this form of fear of missing out, because weeks pass by very quickly. And that's why I said like focus of 3. It's a good balance in between staying focused, having flexibility in terms of expression and desires, and not to feel overwhelmed. So up to 3 focuses is a good point for each week, for each day, and you will start seeing progress and build that confidence. And the third thing is that you become more intentional about where to put your time and on what spend your time. Because when our brain hopping from one task to another, oh, I need to do that and that and that and that, we can find ourselves that when we have time, even if it's a small time frame, like 5, 10, 15 minutes, instead of deliberately doing something in order to bring your goal to life, we start thinking, oh, I want to do so many things, what I should focus on, what should I do now, what I can accomplish in these 5 minutes. But if you have the focus, if you already know what you're focusing on, it's a matter of, okay, if I want to plan, for example, birthday party for my kid, this week I'm taking conscious approach of choosing this as a focus. Then when you have time, you already know, okay, in order to plan a birthday party, I need to create invitation, choose the place, choose the time. You can do even like few minutes will help you to move forward. And using these small time frames is a bigger discussion. And I just had a thought about maybe running a full workshop on that. And also, I have a book in development on that topic, because time frames is all limits in our heads. All limits on time in our head. And yes, we all have 24/7, but productivity of us in that time frame for every one of us is different. The amount of work that we can do in that time frame for every one of us is different. And how we use those time frames for every one of us is different. And it all starts with building relationship with time. So it's a bigger concept, and I'm sure I will be diving more into that in the future. But today I want you to understand one simple thing, that where you focus your attention, you spend your energy. Where you spend your energy, you start seeing some results. And if your attention is spread around everything, your energy is spread around everything, and at the end of the day, you see that you have not done anything and you feel drained. So focusing on each of your goals and making it as a priority will help you to maintain energy for that goal, for that dream, and accomplish those goals and dreams. I would say few years ago, I would say around 5 years probably, a big shift in society happened in prizing multitasking and saying, oh, multitask everything. And part of this is because in our modern society, especially social media, trains us to lose focus quickly. Like we scroll in those reels, we scroll in this short content, and we cannot force ourselves to focus on something for a long period of time. And as a result, we start losing focus in our life as well. And we found ourselves in a place where we want a lot. We want a lot of achievement in different areas, but we do not spend enough time and energy on any of those goals, and they left unaccomplished. And as an open drawers, open boxes, they hanging over us, and we feel, oh, where is all my energy? Why I feel so drained? What's happening here? So this week, I propose to you to think about where you put your energy. How many open drawers do you have? And literally spend few minutes and write them down. Even if it's I want to clean bathroom, or I want to tidy my house, or I want to read that book, write down every open drawer that you have. And you will be surprised how much clutter in your energy space you have only by those open drawers. And when you see that list, you can honestly ask yourself and say, okay, what are 3 things I focusing on this month? Choose them and focus your attention on that. And you will be surprised how much things will be done. Like I can share my personal experience. I multi-passionate person and have a lot of different projects going on. And as much as I love this expression of me, I also know that a lot of those projects could have been done a long time ago if I would deliberately focus on them instead of chasing shiny lights and, oh, today I want to this, today I want. No, be focused. So, well, the moment I started more focused and deliberate, I saw huge progress just because of that. Let's take a smaller example, also my personal. I had a period of time when I wanted to read more books. And I made a conscious choice that I will spend at least 10 minutes a day reading a book. Like 10 minutes, every one of us can find. And over the few months that I had this intention, this focus, I read more books than in the previous years. Just because I focused my attention on it. So make that list. Choose what you're focusing on and start closing the drawers, building confidence, seeing progress, and improving your life today. Because remember, you are all chosen to be happy. Time to claim it.